Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video is really important for those who want to pass the USMLE step 1 or 2. We all know somebody who doesn't really know his stuff very much, but he passed the USMLE exams, and we know somebody who's a genius in our university but still didn't pass the USMLE exam. And the things I'm going to talk about today, I think, are the main reasons why some people, although knowing their stuff when it comes to the USMLE exams, still do not pass and clear the exam. So please make sure to keep watching the video, because I genuinely believe this is going to be the most important video you'll ever watch in your USMLE journey. So the single most important thing, and I think it's something that's not really talked about as it should be, is doing daily mindfulness meditation. A lot of things have changed when it comes to social media and our day-to-day life, and one of those things is how we use our phones. We now, and I'm talking about every single human being, spend at least 1 or 2 hours on our phones daily, watching reels or TikTok videos. That has an effect on our attention span. You may have watched a lot of people talking about this, but you have never thought about the influence, the bad influence that will have on your focus and on your cognitive abilities when it comes to taking complex tests like the USMLE. I'm here to tell you that it has repercussions on your overall focus, on your ability to read the text and comprehend the information from the first time reading it. I mean, that's what attention span is. In the last couple of years, the majority of people, should I say, me one of them, are binge watching short content, which again has this big negative effect on how our brains work. So I think meditation is a necessity in 2025. Daily mindfulness meditation. I mean, there are plenty of types of meditation, but we're talking about mindfulness meditation. I'm going to explain what that is in a second. But I think it's really important, and I think it's a necessity. Maybe it was something that you can complement your study plans before, but now in 2025, I genuinely believe it is a necessity in order to guarantee passing the USMLE. Some people don't do meditation and still pass, yes, but if you want to guarantee passing, of course, knowing all your basics, all your content, and you want to guarantee passing, you should do this one tip. At least you can stop the video now, but at least do this one thing. So what you're gonna do, and what mindfulness meditation is different from other types of meditation, you're gonna stand still in a place at your local beach, or you can just stay at home in a comfortable position, and you're gonna focus on your breathing. The biggest mistake a lot of people do when it comes to practicing this type of meditation is that they start to try to focus solely on their breathing, and then their brain will just wander somewhere else, right? They think about the girl that they're in love with, they think about something that their buddy said yesterday that they didn't like, they'll think about some physical attribute that they don't appreciate in their body. Different thoughts, right? We're human beings. It's perfectly normal to have different thoughts jump in our minds constantly, especially if you're an intelligent person. But what mindfulness meditation is, it's actually the process of having your brain wander and you bringing it back to its really primitive status, which is focus about breathing, right? So I'm gonna make other videos about mindfulness meditation and its benefits and how to actually do a purposeful mindfulness meditation session like you should do, the one that will really help you in taking exams like the USMLE. But for now, at least try to do this at home yourself. You can watch video. There are some apps, like I use an app, it's called Medito, and you can use this app. It will help you doing your first couple of sessions of mindfulness meditation. And there are also some clinical studies done about these kind of things. And I remember they even took a group of people that did practice 20-minute sessions of mindfulness meditation versus a control group who didn't do any meditation. And they had those groups take different tests and evaluated their performance in those tests. And what they found is they actually found that the group that practiced daily meditation sessions had more literally cognitive abilities in terms of taking the exams than the other group. You can literally increase your intelligence by doing this one tip. Like I said, if you want to stop watching the video right now, you can do that. At least do this one tip, which is daily mindfulness meditation sessions. The second tip, which is equally as important, I believe, is doing active reading. Don't do passive studying. Passive studying is bullshit. It doesn't accomplish any goals in terms of retaining information about the exam. So what you don't want to do is reading, listening to lectures. You don't want to do that. If you want to understand a complex topic and you want to watch a YouTube video about it or open a lecture in the website of your university, of course you can do that just to clarify some of the concepts that you may not fully understand. But when it comes to the actual study plan, reading and listening to lectures should not be a part of that study plan. You should only focus on active studying. And what I mean by that, doing exercises, doing cubing exercises. We actually call Q banks exercises in French. That's why I said exercises. But what I meant is doing Q banks, solving Q bank questions. Q banks, Q banks, Q banks. Believe me, the value that you will get from doing only 1 hour of QBank, you will not get from doing 10 hours of passive reading or listening, right? So, active studying over passive reading or listening. Third tip that you should really do, and I think this comes in handy, especially for people who are taking the step 1 of the boards, but also for people who are taking the step 2 of USMLE, is having a freaking mentor. All right? Mentor. Having a mentor is going to be crucial, especially if you're currently starting to study for the USMLE Step 1. Also for Step 2, but especially for Step 1, because I remember when I first started studying for the USMLE, I didn't know a lot of the stuff that were written in the first aid book of the Step 1. I mean, we're not even talking about different strategies and study plans here. We're even talking about the actual medical content. I didn't know a lot of this stuff. It wasn't even included in our curriculum in my university. And I would imagine in a lot of the universities that you guys study in. And I did have a friend who already took the USMLE Step 1 by that point, and he helped me a lot. And I mean, some stuff, if not for this one person, it would have taken me days to understand and to comprehend and navigate, because I knew a lot of this stuff indirectly. I just needed someone to help me link the dots together, right? So having a mentor is gonna be beneficial a lot in this specific point, but also having a mentor is gonna help you customize a specific study plan for your specific lifestyle. Studying for the steps, if you're a student, is gonna be different from studying for the steps if you're a resident or an intern in your home country. So I think it's really important to have a mentor that already took the USMLE exams, who's gonna guide you through all of this stuff. And when I'm saying a mentor, please do not go and use Reddit as a mentor. Reddit is gonna be a good place to get some information, but a lot of the stuff there is just wrong. I remember reading a lot of bad advice that if you listen to, you're gonna actually do more harm than good. So since I passed my USMLE Step 2, after 6 months of studying, like 2 months ago, I opened up this new consultation service where you have two options. If you wish to ask me about a specific topic, a specific question that you have in mind that you need some clarifying on, you can go to this link and you can have a 15-minute video call with me where we will go through that question or topic you want to talk about, and I'll help you navigate that specific question. I also offer a mentorship option that for a obviously different price tag, you can have video calls with me every week until you pass your USMLE exam. I remember when I first started studying for the USMLE Step 1, it took me 1 year and 8 months to study for the exam. It shouldn't have taken me that long, believe me. If I did have a solid mentor, of course I did have this friend I told you about, Firas, and he helped me navigate a lot of questions, but he didn't really dedicate his time for me because he was in his final year of medical school, so he didn't really have a lot of time. And we certainly, me and Firas, didn't do these weekly hour video calls where I can ask whatever I want, however I want. You will have that if you choose me as a mentor for you during your USMLE journey. So you won't have to make your USMLE study period longer than it should be, like I did during my USMLE Step 1 journey. So I'm gonna leave both links and you can check them out and register for the service if that's something you want to do. So that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about in this video. If you're gonna take one thing from this video, please at least take my first advice. It's the most valuable one. If you do that, plus if you know your stuff medically wise, you will pass the USMLE Step 1 guaranteed. You will not even need a mentor. A mentor only comes to make the way easier for you, to make the period of the studying shorter for you. But if you follow my first advice, you will be good. So that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about in this video. As always, like, subscribe, comment if you have any questions, and yeah, see you next week. Bye bye.